Hi there. So in this video I'm going to show you how to use Selenium 3 Java WebDriver with Firefox GeckoDriver. Okay, so now Firefox has separated its driver from its browser set. So if you try and compile your Selenium 3 Java WebDriver with a default Firefox, then it will not execute and it will require you to use GeckoDriver named as Marionette on your system in order to execute the test. So we are going through all the steps to show you how you can execute your Selenium Java tests on this new driver. Okay, so go to seleniumhq.org page, go to download, and here you have to download this Selenium standalone server. This will be the jar file that you need to download, and then you can just put it into a directory. So I have my Selenium server standalone 3.0 beta 3 downloaded here. Now you can also go ahead and download Java WebDriver here. So it is shown here. Okay, so it is 3.0.0 beta 4. You can download it and then you can extract it, and you'll have your client here along with lib. Okay, so this is the step that you need to take before. Okay, now the next step to do is you have to open Eclipse, go to File, New, and then go for Java project. Okay, now let me name it sample. You can name it anything you want, so I'm just going to use sample Firefox Selenium. Okay, I'm going to choose JRE as 1.8, then click on next, and it will take you to path dialog box. Here I'm going to add these libraries from add external jars. So I'm going to add Selenium server standard. Then you can also add additional libs. Let's say if you want to have Phantom.js and other drivers, you can do so. You can select that. Okay, so you can also add your client jar file. Okay, click on finish and your project is ready. Now the next thing I want you to do is you have to find out third-party driver, which is Mozilla's GeckoDriver. It is displayed on Selenium HQ website. You can click on it and it will take you to this page. Here you can download this driver depending on your operating system. So my system is 64-bit Windows 7. If you have it Windows 10, 8, but 64 edition, then you can download this zip file. If you have Linux or Mac, then you have to use these, and then there is also ARM version. You can ignore that. Okay, so depending on your operating system, you have to download the respective zip folder. Then you have to extract that into a directory. So I have only one executable named GeckoDriver here. Okay, so I'm going to keep this window on and go to Eclipse. Now here I'm going to add one class file into my project. I'm going to name it, let's say, sample. I'm going to add public static void main method, and then click on finish. Okay, now the first thing that we are going to do here is we are going to add a system property to show our test that we are going to use GeckoDriver. So for that we have to use system dot set property. Okay, so this set property method will have two arguments. Both are going to be string, in the first argument we will point out which driver name that we wish to use. So here we will use WebDriver dot gecko dot driver, and second argument here is going to be value that will point our GeckoDriver location. So directory in which you have extracted GeckoDriver, right click on that executable, then hold shift key and then copy as path. Okay, so this works for Windows 7, 8 and 10. So select that executable, use shift key and then right click and find that path, and then copy that path into your set property here. Okay, just remove additional quotes. You can use double slash so that it will recognize. Okay, finally semicolon. Okay, now the next thing we have to do here is we have to call for desired capabilities equals to, here you have to point out desired capabilities dot Firefox. Okay, so let's just assign our class here, and then let me just properly have the spelling. It seems to be having errors, and also Firefox is small here. Okay, then next thing, use capabilities variable to set capability, and here we mention Marionette, which is basically the name of our GeckoDriver. So that clears all the errors, and the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to create WebDriver instance. So WebDriver driver equals to new Firefox driver. Okay, so let's just add these two classes, WebDriver and then Firefox driver. Okay, now we're going to call driver dot get, and here I have google.com. You can also choose Wikipedia. Okay, and if you want to call for driver.quit, you can do so. I'm just going to use try and catch method here so that I can use thread.slip. Okay, so let's use it for 1800, and then we will go for catch. So just use system.out.println, and here you mention your exception, and then finally save your file, and we can now execute this code as Java application. Okay, so let me just bring this console from the right. You can still read the code, and I'm gonna run as Java application. You can run as is if you want. You can just go through the console output right now. Okay, so it is on Google's homepage, and as you can see, it opened complete instance of Firefox in full maximized view. Okay, and it is taking me to local google.com version, and it will automatically close after specific seconds. Okay, so it just goes into sleep, but we didn't add a driver.quit, so we just have to manually quit it. Okay, so this was a short demo on how you can execute your Selenium 3 WebDriver with Firefox GeckoDriver.